Whew. Just finished today's run, 10K. My name is Aubrey and I'm not good at running, but I promise you I'm getting better. Before I get into the video, I want to kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel. It would mean so much to me. And on this video, I'm going to quickly talk about 4 things or 4 ways to know you're getting better at running. Before we get into that though, the highlights. Run it. As I mentioned, please do give me a subscribe. And if you do like the content I'm about to share with you, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, actually, and maybe add on anything you feel I may have left out. So, number 1, most people won't tell you this, but it's enjoyment, the fun. When you start, I promise you, it won't feel that enjoyable. You even start wondering like why the hell am I outside of my house feeling like this? Why am I doing this to myself? If you maintain that and keep going with your consistency, I promise you, you start looking forward to a run. You might even have a bad day and you go, you know what, I can't wait to go running. It gets so bad that you actually start paying to go to running events. Some people even go international to go run somewhere. I promise if you keep to it, you will experience that. Number 2, distance. This one's fairly straightforward. When you start, you can hardly run a certain distance. Some people you have to sort of run and start walking, and that's okay if you're starting out. So walking is actually a good way to get into it. But you will notice that the first time you will run maybe 500 meters and you have to stop. Keep going over several weeks, you can run 1K before you have to stop. Before you know it, 2.5 and so forth. But it requires that consistency as you build your stamina and endurance. So keep it going. Okay, number 3 is pace. So let's say you run 5K. Keeping everything the same, your route, the distance you're gonna run, you will notice as you keep going, the 5K that used to take you 40 minutes now takes you 35. You keep going, you notice actually you can now run a sub 30 5K. It's very difficult to do. And don't take it for granted that you're on certain apps and you see people do 5K in like 20 minutes. That takes a lot of effort, a lot of training and a lot of endurance. So, but for you, keep your eyes on your progress. So monitor it. You go 5K this time, 40 minutes. 5K next month, you'll be able to do that in 30. So pace, in terms of the time it takes you to cover that distance, is also a key way of telling if you're getting better or not. Here's another one, heart rate. Keeping everything the same, the distance, the pace, you will notice that when you're starting out, your heart might feel like it's about to jump out of your mouth and you're struggling to keep going because your heart beats per minute is so high because you haven't developed that cardiovascular performance just yet. So that is one way you will notice over time that your heart can deal with you running at a certain pace. The oxygen that your body needs is being supplied. Your lungs are able to deal with that. So heart rate is definitely a key one. And this is why it's very important to have a smartwatch. That way you can measure heart rate because this is a very, very, very important metric. I tell you what, I told you 4, but I'm going to give you a bonus one. And this is quite funny, but it's quite true. A bonus one, you will notice the more you run, the more you're going to run out of space in your wardrobe. Whether that is shoes, because you obviously need a road running shoe, you need a trail shoe, but on the road you need one for easy running, cushioned. You need a speed one when you do tempo intervals, and the same with the trails. Oh, but you might want to go on a track, so you might need spikes. And then clothing wise, the weather like this, you need vests. Oh, but t-shirts. What if it starts raining? Oh, you need a top. Oh, you need a rotation. Yeah, so thank you very much for taking time to watch that. I promise you, keep an eye on those things, you will progressively get better. There is an expression that says, stuff that gets measured gets done. Lastly, like I asked before, if you found that useful, give this a thumbs up. Leave me one of your ways you know you're getting better. And also, subscribe to my channel. It means a whole lot to me. Thank you very much.